welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those who need instant gratification, and the show's Twitter feed is at SkimPod, SKIMPOD.
Stays Crunchy.
For the more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again being spelled with a K.
Crunchy.
Hey, feel free to give us a call at 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311.
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
We're available by Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, anywhere fine podcasts are available. And of course, at the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share wherever possible, including on YouTube, where we can now be found at Stays Crunchy. And over on Twitch, where we're still Stays Crunchy and Milk. Our personal Twitters are
Tatum 216,
Lunchbox 2099,
The Real ODP.
And I'm your host, the Internet's Tayrell 713.
Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy.
In this never-ending battle to please niggas, magazines, writer MCs, who request hot shit I freeze, and tell them where I was rose, we always said cold. Hold your horses and your carriages. Never went gold, nigga. Rock shows carrotless. You not gonna respect self, at least respect the heritage. Affecting lives is where the wealth and the merit is. I realize what I portray day to day, I gotta carry this. And beats, rhymes, and life is where the marriage is. Had dreams of fucking R&B bras, it came true. Journalists I wreck, shared the same view. Picked up a fallen angel on the path that I MC. Familiar voice come to find out the angel was me. Some saying you changed, Rashid. Times are. We still close. Our rock far away, away, away from what you accustomed to hearing every day. You know the dope chopping, gun popping, homies dying. I'm amongst it. Save the war stories for Private Ryan, I. And then it goes, I wanna get into it. Let's do this. Can you get into it? The music, fall in love. It's my favorite, all-time favorite song on, whose phone is buzzing in the midst of my introduction? How dare you?
It might be mine, but I ain't received no text, so I don't know whose it is.
But I don't have anything.
But that song is Aphrodisiac for the World, Knock Champa, Aphrodisiac for the World off of Common's Like Water for Chocolate album. That's one of the many albums that the Soul Aquarians got done. You know what I'm saying? It was that album. It was Erykah Badu's second album. It was
Mama's Gun?
Mama's Gun, yeah. D'Angelo, what was his second album? Voodoo. I think it's just called Voodoo. Yeah, so it's like all these albums, like I said, and like the first of that album, the basis was the Soul Aquarius, was like the roots of Things Fall Apart. So it's like all these albums where it was basically Common, the Roots, Bilal, Erica, and Jay Dilla, and they was all a bunch, Aquariuses and kicking it and hanging out and making beautiful music. And I just love that particular song on that particular album. But hello, welcome to it. It's Stays Crunchy and Milk. It's episode 417, and don't be asking me for no information about what's going on in Springfield. I'm joined by my best friends. It's Tatum 216.
Dickum Downs.
Fair enough. Richard Downs. And my man, Lunchbox 2099.
I showed up.
Finally.
Indeed, you did. You did what you needed to do last week, and the Browns won. Therefore, that's you. You made the Browns win. Good job.
It only took 2 chickens and a goat.
Just roll them bones. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were supposed to use those for your for when you got married.
Nah, I don't think that's happening.
Just over the broom. Over the broom.
Couldn't keep that shit on ice anymore.
But you know what it is. It's a remote show this week, meaning we are not in each other's company. But that means you get a standard fare. You get a couple of news stories. You get sharing some tales of our lives. Read some Elder Assholes. We talk about some video games, and we go home. It's real easy. It's a real smooth situation.
AKA log off because we're already at our own homes.
Fair enough. I am also running on about 4 hours of sleep. It was it's no bueno, and we'll see how I can pull this off.
What happened? What happened? You just a rough night?
So I edited the show that went up today, And then I jumped back into work to just start working for a little bit. I was like, let me just knock a few files out. That way when I start tomorrow, I can really get through everything. And like I said, I had a great day today, process-wise. I did real good at the office today, and the office being where I'm sitting my ass right now. But it was at the end of it's toward that time of year where we have to do reviews and the like, and sitting there writing my review is what jacked me all up. It's like, God dang it, because I like to think, and then I have to go dig in to see what emails I have that have said what I've done this year, and all that BS. Because my boss has a very low key way of reviewing us, and that is, what'd you do this year? Okay, you did that. That's what your review's gonna say too. And I'm like, fair enough, madam. So I already know I have to make sure I hit points that she just made a miss on, because you know what I'm saying, basically that she like a big mama with a bunch of kids underneath her, and she can't know what everybody been doing unless everybody tell her. So
Yeah, but like this is one of those years where I did my work, and that was about it. Like
but you gotta write that in a way that says, I did my work and I did it well.
I got a JD.
I did my mid-year review in about a minute and a half. I wrote 3 sentences total in 3 different boxes, and I hit submit.
I'm the shit, been the shit, fuck a humble brag.
That is kind of what I do. So I just do it as eloquently as I can pull off. But it added like an hour to my night tonight that I really just was like, I'm really just trying to do some show prep, go sit on the couch, try to watch some YouTube with my lady, and it just didn't happen. So, but we both off tomorrow, so it'll be dope. So we gonna just kick it.
So earlier this week, or last week, yeah, it was definitely last week. First, the deal of the day at Best Buy. Forgive me, I drank some of this Crown Royal Washington Apple, and it is fuzzing my head like a son of a bitch. So they had these smart clocks for $30. They were $79 at first. It was on the Best Buy deal of the day. So I was like, we've been searching for a clock that will suit our life for a long time.
Okay.
Every time I pick a clock is, I think that the alarm clock my partner wanted it's this one that's a floor mat, and it only goes off when you put your feet on. So I guess the point of it is the alarm goes off, you put it across the room, you stand on it, and that's when it finally stop buzzing and making noise. I don't even know if they make that son of a bitch no more. But and then another one I bought that we still even have. We haven't even used it yet. But like I got it on sale from Nordstrom Rack, and it's like $100. It was like a $100 alarm clock that was $17. And it's like what it does is it's a big. It's like almost like it's a light. And it lights up the room to wake you up. We haven't used that one yet, and I'm probably gonna take that bad boy back. But the light the alarm clock I end up getting, it's a digital one. It's pretty nice. Like little screen, does like time and weather and all that kind of crap. Plays podcasts. And I've been using, like we use one in the bedroom, and I got one down here because a couple days after it was $30, it was $17 at Walmart's big sale. So it went from $79 to $30 to $17. So when I went to go pick it up at Best Buy, I'm like, look here, this bad boy is $17 at Walmart. Y'all gonna do a price comparison? And the lady was like, nah, I ain't doing that. I was like, okay, because the particular color that was left at Walmart was different from the color I got from Best Buy, so she wasn't gonna honor it. Then I was like,
that's painful ass bullshit.
I was like, I'll just take my money then. She was like, All right, so she going through it, get my money back. It's like, you still want it? I was like, for 17. She's like, do you still want it? And I was like, yeah, go ahead and give it to me. So I got 2 of these $79 alarm clocks for $17. Then I was like, man, you know me, I like to start Christmas shopping early. And I was like, I think my father, my stepfather would like one of these. He liked technology shit, or at least like to have it on his dresser. So I was like, let me get him one. Bad Boys went right back up to $69. So
well, that's actually kind of amazing, and that means you honestly got a sweet ass deal. I put something in the chat for you to see if that was what you was talking about.
I guess it is a Ruggy alarm clock, the original Rug alarm clock, battery powered, nature sound. Yeah, she wants one of those, but I'm not spending that much money on it. But I mean, I guess I could, from the nature of like, hey, it's Christmas time and your birthday time.
Yeah. Can't you call it? Let's groove to a couple of news tales. We shall start over at the good people at Scene. Again, our little local weekly free news paper by Vince, whose last name I cannot pronounce. Cleveland Guardians roller derby team sues Cleveland Guardians baseball team in federal court over the name. The Cleveland Guardians roller derby team, which has operated under the moniker for years and which has maintained a social media presence and owned the clevelandguardians.com website, today filed a federal lawsuit in Ohio Northern District Court seeking an injunction against the Cleveland Guardians Major League Baseball team, alleging the professional organization violated the rights of their squad with the team's name change.
Flip mode is a squidard.
WKYC first reported on this lawsuit this morning. The same law that protects baseball team owners' trademark rights, though, also work in reverse. A major league club cannot simply take a smaller team's name and use it for itself. Confusion would still arise, yet that is precisely what the defendant, Cleveland Guardians Baseball Company, LLC, formerly known as the Cleveland Indians Baseball Company, seek to do. Despite knowing of plaintiff's established rights, defendant wants to call its team the Cleveland Guardians too. The lawsuit reads, economic might, however, does not make legal right. There cannot be two Cleveland Guardian teams in Cleveland, and to be blunt, the plaintiff was here first. The roller derby team alleges the MLB name change was undertaken in a fashion meant to give little time to address it when confronted. The Cleveland Guardians baseball organization offered a truly nominal amount for the team's URL and social media accounts, according to a statement by Christopher Pardo, the lawyer for the derby team. The suit alleges trademark violations. Major League Baseball would never let someone name their lacrosse team the Chicago Cubs if the team was in Chicago, or their soccer team in New York, the New York Yankees, if the team was in New York. Nor should they, Pardo said in a statement to WKYC. The same laws that protect Major League Baseball from the brand confusion that would occur in those examples also operate in reverse and prevent the Indians from trying what they're trying to do here. By taking the name Cleveland Guardians overnight, the Indians knowingly and willfully eviscerated the rights of the original owner of the name, the real Cleveland Guardians. The then Cleveland Indians in late July announced a new name, debuted with a video narrated by Tom Hanks. Observers quickly noted the existence of the Guardians roller derby team and the relative silence from them regarding the name change. The team was aware of the derby name in late July, Terry Pluto reported. From everything I'm told from top MLB sources, there is no problem with the tribe's new name in terms of trademarks, etc. In fact, there was a delay of about a week before announcing the name as the team and MLB were clearing up the last of these issues. The lawsuit details of what had happened in the preceding months. On April 8th, 2021, the team surreptitiously filed a trademark application for the Cleveland Guardians name in the small East African island nation of Mauritius. I don't know what this nation is. Mauritius. Effectively hiding the application unless one knew where to look, it reads. Then in June, the Indians, through lawyers, got in contact with the Guardians roller derby team to let them know the name was under consideration. It requested pictures of jerseys and other designs as it decided whether to pursue a purchase of the IP. A day or two later, Gary Sweat, the owner of the roller derby team, got back in touch with the lawyers and said it wouldn't make any sense for them both to be named the Guardians, as the roller derby's online presence would be squashed by the MLB franchise. He offered to sell all the IP and rename his squad and asked the Indians to make an offer. That offer, according to the lawsuit, was exceedingly low. Sweat made a counteroffer and didn't hear back from anyone for a month. Meanwhile, the Indians on the day before the team announced their new name filed 2 new federal trademark applications in which the lawsuit says they claim no other person or entity had been using the Cleveland Guardians name for merchandise or business. The Guardians roller derby team had registered with the Ohio Secretary of State in 2017. The Cleveland Guardians have attempted several times to negotiate with the Indians to resolve this dispute, the lawsuit says. Those talks, which began right after the July 23rd announcement, broke down October 26, 2021. The MLB team has not yet made a statement this morning. So, yeah, that happened.
Do you think like the roller derby team waited for just the right amount of time so they can try to get their bread up for the
It's a smart business play. Like,
Child Tony's like,
you basically have their balls in a vice grip at that point, because what are they gonna do? They already announced the shit. They already got merch rolling out. They got like all these plans, and what's gonna happen? They're gonna get to the season and realize that like they got to take it all back and roll out with the tribe again for another year.
I feel like they're just gonna have to send all those T-shirts to Africa, just like where they were hiding that name.
So when I first heard this, I was like, y'all motherfuckers just waited to bite on this. But now that I've read this story, that's not the case at all. They've been telling you since early this year. That's me. And if you want it, you got to pay for it. And
I'm
they
Dr.
know
Dre. You not Dr. Dre.
And they know their pockets is deep enough to handle it. And they just tried to play sneaky snake and get around it. And they will lose in court. So it's like you could have paid them what they asked for, or you can lose this shit in court and pay a whole lot more. Because that's just what it ends up being. Because, you know, in court, it's got to be lawyer fees. It's got to be so forth and so on. It becomes so much more than what could have been, fine, bruh, here. It's like if you want it, man, just pay for it. It's just that easy.
Well,
Jive turkeys.
Jive turkeys indeed.
This one is a story Ant sent me from a large selection of stories Ant sent me this week. This is from the dailymail.com, which of course you know is a UK rag. House of Horrors, murder and kidnap was a threesome gone wrong. Woman invited a couple she met on a dating app for sex before raging boyfriend came home to catch them in the act. A twisted and gruesome incident that took place in Indiana involving allegations of kidnapping, rape, murder, and suicide by cop was sparked by a threesome between a woman and a couple she met on a dating app, court documents reveal. Heidi Carter, 36, was booked into Vanderburgh County Jail, on Wednesday on counts of murder, rape, confinement, abuse of a corpse, assisting a criminal, and carrying a handgun without a license, after a man was found restrained with duct tape, beaten and strangled to death inside a house on Stinson Avenue in Evansville. Responding officers rescued a woman who was discovered shackled and injured at the same address. She was taken to the hospital for treatment, but her condition was unknown as of Thursday afternoon. According to an affidavit, police believe the two victims first connected with Carter on an unspecified dating app and arrived at her home to drink alcohol, do drugs, and have sex.
Sounds like a plan.
Carter's boyfriend, Kerry Hammond, allegedly caught the trio in the act, flew into a rage, and began attacking his girlfriend and the two victims with a baseball bat, according to police, as reported by 14 News. Hammond then allegedly shackled both victims and repeatedly raped the woman throughout the day, according to Wayne.
I did not see that shit.
Carter allegedly brandished a gun, threatened to kill the victims, and bragged that she knew someone who could get rid of a dead body, reported Evansville Courier and Press. While Carter was away from home, Hammond allegedly grew angry because the male victim was trying to free himself. and he strangled the man to death with his belt, the affidavit alleged. When Carter returned, she allegedly helped Hammond move the body to another room and hide it under some bedding. On Tuesday, a woman had arrived at the home on Stinson Avenue to help Carter clean the residence for a landlord inspection. She became alarmed when she saw blood on Carter's boots and heard a woman begging for help. At one point, the cleaner sat down on what she mistook for a pile of clothes and blankets. She found after she sat down under the blankets was a dead body, the affidavit stated. The witness told police the male suspect tried to prevent her from leaving, but she managed to escape and flagged down an Indiana state trooper to report the gruesome find. Officers who responded to the scene of the incident encountered a man outside the front door brandishing what appeared to be a gun and fatally shot him. During a press conference on Wednesday, Evansville Police Department spokesman Sergeant Anna Gray revealed that the object in the subject's hand was in fact a piece of metal or plastic shaped to look like a gun. Gray said police believe the suspect extended the object like a firearm so the police would shoot him. When the police executed a search warrant on the house, they found 2 teenagers and their father, who was the owner of the house where Carter had been staying. Jason Harvey, the homeowner, on Thursday, released a statement to 14 News saying that he invited Carter into his home because she had been staying on a motel and needed help getting back on her feet. Harvey said when Carter's boyfriend began coming around, things got bad with them fighting a lot. Harvey insisted that he did not know that he had a dead body and a shackled woman in his house until police arrived. Court records indicate that Carter has a criminal history which includes domestic battery, breaking and entering, and resisting arrest charges stemming from 2 separate instances in 2017 and 2018, resulting in 2 brief sentences. Wow.
That was a mouthful.
I mean, she the only one
And
to lie.
plus, it was an orgy.
She the only one to lie, so of course she will be the one that catches these charges. But that is yeah, that was a wild one.
Yeah, I don't at this point in my life, I don't want to be invited into no sexual situations anymore.
You got to that point of grown. It's like I'm all right. I've had my slaw, sir. It's like, but see, so in that instance, right? They were a couple looking, spice it up. Thought they found somebody to spice it up with, and it turns out everything about that was wrong. But also, don't. As we know, history dictates your dick is not your friend, and will get you into situations that you just can't get yourself up out of. Just don't.
It's certain sayings that like I didn't understand as a young person that I understand now. Like there's no such thing as a free meal. Like it's what appears to be good, usually isn't. Like I don't care what nobody say. Any woman be like too enthusiastic to want to fuck somebody, something wrong, something going on, brother. You gotta watch out.
I don't know. We live in different times now, man. It's like, but I can't call it. These next 2 stories are about the same thing, and so I pulled them both because I find them to be hilarious every year, and even more so this particular year. So let's build. This first story is from Patch, which is everybody got a Patch neighborhood. Go type in Patch and then put your zip code in. You'll find one that's in your neighborhood too. It's like microblog news type shit. Drugs masquerading as candy. Ohio officials issue warning. This is Chris Mosby, who is a Patch staff writer. As Halloween approaches, Ohio has seen an uptick in cannabis products that look like well-known candies and snacks. Ohio has seen an influx of cannabis-heavy products masquerading as well-known candies, a particularly concerning development as Halloween approaches. The level of THC in these fakes could have some real and devastating consequences for children, Ohio Attorney General David Yost warned. Parents need to be extra cautious, especially around Halloween, that these copycat products don't wind up in treat bags. Some of the confiscated products found in Ohio were made to resemble Fruity Pebbles, Oreos, Cheetos, Sour Patch Kids, Doritos, and Nerds. Edible cannabis products are responsible for most overdoses amongst children in the U.S., according to the Department of Homeland Security. Both southern and central Ohio have seen marked upticks in the number of children sickened by edibles, according to Yost office. In 2020, for example, nationwide, Children's Hospital Central Ohio Poison Center noted 79 consults, up from 16 in 2019. Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center Drug and Poison Information Center recorded 79 cases of ingestion in 2020, up from 38 in 2019. Notably, Ohio does not allow the use of recreational cannabis products. Medical cannabis is allowed, which adults are able to consume a single serving of 10 milligrams of THC or a multi-serving package of up to 100 milligrams of THC. Yost office believes many of the disguised edibles contain significantly higher THC levels in the range of 600 to 1,000 milligrams per serving. He warned that if a child ate an entire bag of these edibles, they could be consuming 60 to 100 times the legal serving limit for adults in Ohio. Symptoms of THC overdose include respiratory distress, loss of coordination, lethargy, and loss of consciousness. If your child is sick and you suspect he or she has eaten a food containing high amounts of THC, call the Central Ohio Poison Center hotline at 800-222-1222, Yost office said. Anyone who encounters one of these products in Ohio can file a complaint with the Ohio AG's office online. So then we jump over to, this is Jonathan Franklin over at NPR News. State attorney generals issue a warning for Halloween about marijuana-type treats.
Marijuana.
As Halloween approaches this weekend, several states' attorney general have issued warnings to parents to be on the lookout for marijuana edibles that can easily be passed as regular candies and snacks. Attorneys general in Ohio, New York, Illinois, Connecticut, and Arkansas all released statements Tuesday as part of a coordinated effort to advise parents about the dangers of marijuana edibles. Each attorney general warned that the lookalike products may contain high concentrations of tetrahydrocannabinol, THC. THC is the main component found in marijuana, and if consumed by children, it could lead to an accidental overdose. The products are unregulated and illegal in several states. Accidental cannabis overdose by children are increasing nationwide, and these products will only make things worse, said Connecticut AG William Tong in a release. Tong said, while Connecticut has legalized the use of marijuana for adults, and many cannabis edibles are outside the range of what is considered safe or authorized for sale. If you see these lookalike products for sale, please report them to my office and take every measure to keep them away from kids, Tong said. In Ohio, Attorney General David Yost, who we just spoke of, issued a similar release saying that marijuana products resembling candies and snacks are legal to sell in the state. He emphasized the levels of THC could have real and devastating consequences for children. Yost said that some of the bags may contain upward of 600 to 1,000 milligrams of THC, and warned that if a child were to eat an entire bag, they'd be consuming 600 to 100 times the maximum legal adult serving. Parents need to be extra cautious around Halloween that these copycat products don't wind up in treat bags. Anyway, we get this every year, but it does seem this year to be extra. There's being a bit of an extra oomph to it. And bruh, nobody is giving away their edibles.
Yeah, nobody's
just
giving
not-
them more.
It's just not happening. And I'm laughing at these. I guess I'll throw this in the link so y'all can see the pictures they have of this product.
Yeah, honestly, it would just be cheaper for these people to buy poison.
So we talked about this on Cadillac on Mars, the episode that comes out Monday this week as well, and we want to look into the whole notion of where did this come from? You know, why all of a sudden why was people worried about kids being poisoned and raisins in your apples and all that shit? And it turns out it's all kind of bullshit. Once upon a time, there was this lady who gave away to people to kids she considered too old. She gave them like rat poison, but it's like, you know, packages of rat poison. So it was marked rat poison. So it's not like it was candy hitting as rat poison and other stuff. She said she gave them away to trick-or-treaters that she considered too old, and as their trick, you know. So she didn't give them rat poison laced treats. She gave them like, here, have a pack of rat poison. Go, and so forth.
She was doing a trick, a lazy one.
Yeah. And so that became the where a lot of this comes from, because they tried to throw charges on her.
Wait. So they sold like miniature sizes of rat poison, or was she handing out like?
They sold rat poison.
It was bite size, fun size.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would assume rat poison would come in like a pretty big container. Like, or did they make it in like the little raisin boxes?
Well, this is if I recall correctly, this is in 1964. So let's get an idea of what rat poison looks like.
Because like if she was rationing it out into like Ziploc baggies, that would contaminate the goodie bag.
I know, and like I said, that's why like I said that from the reading, she was giving out. So here again, I'll send you here. Let me open this image of the news happened. I'll just send you the image. Copy. So assuming this is what rat poison looks like, it was obviously rat poison. You know what I'm saying? Not like Sneaky Snake, like, oh no, I could have eaten that. No, it's rat poison, my guy. And so that's basically where this kind of stems from in this country. This look, check your kids' candy for poison and everything else. And it's just like, you gotta relax. Again, nobody is knowingly coming up off their weed. Nobody's gonna be so stoned as to be like, oh shit, man, I think I gave that kid my Stony Patch Kids is what I'm looking at in this particular image. Them shits is wild expensive when legally purchased. I can't even imagine this underground market, underground railroad type shit. That shit is probably, you know how it is. It's probably 10, 20 times as much. You know what I'm saying? Because people was on, they got to make their money back.
Yeah, because I know when we went to the store, like they were having an actual sale on like particular items, and like the bag would have been like $20-something for one bag of 10 pieces that aren't individually wrapped. Like so, my kids can barely read, and they would probably know like this ain't Sour Patch Kids. My Sour Patch Kids ain't got a bunch of green leaves on them, and on top of that, that's even misleading. Like, you don't even smoke the leaf. You smoke the bud of the leaf. I've been misled all these years.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen any advertisement with chunks on it. With little chunky things that look like a cat's dookie. Like, that's what we supposed to be smoking all this time?
Yeah, see, like, I didn't grow up educated on any of that shit. I just assumed that the plant grew and then you cut the leaves off and you smoked the leaves. I didn't know.
If I would have ever got in contact with some weed, it's like, what's that little fucking nugget right there? I'm just gonna take all these leaves and put them in a joint.
I mean, think about it. Like there's like a marijuana leaf logo. It's like a fucking like a 4-leaf clover, but with five pointers. Whenever you see like actual weed, it looks like a multicolored little like shrub bush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just imagine like if you broke into like not knowing that information, went in and stole a bunch of weed plants. It was like that's not bloomed yet.
Also, every legal weed product that I've come across is the most haphazard and difficult thing to open ever. It'd be like, do this puzzle and then slide the bar upward before you can even try to get near the product contained there within. It's like, and I get it, I know why they make it so challenging, but it's like, again,
how people can't open it.
This is just not happening. And then all of a sudden we'll probably hear a news story. If it does happen, it'll be the one news story, and that'll be enough to carry this shit forward for another like 40 years. It's just, come on, bro.
I think specifically now, It's more of a tactic to create fear to keep like recreational use off the ballot for a little while longer until they get their kickbacks from whatever company they're trying to milk or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, they can't say, man, guess what? Your daughter's gonna sleep with a black man if you eat this candy. They can't stop that anymore.
You remember that we read a story last year around these parts where some kids found they daddy or their mama's gummy bears and ate all them hoes and ended up going to the hospital. So I guess it is possible. But at that point, I'm looking at their parents as being like, bro, you're a terrible parent for not putting that away in a way.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the falsehood of the story is nobody's giving them away.
Correct. They found their parents' stash.
Yeah, if you find your parents' stash, I mean, that's just like that. That's clearly an accident. Because when I found my daddy's stash of pouring mags, you know,
I made sure to use them for what I needed them for, and then put them back in a way where you couldn't tell that I had been there.
Just ninja away from
you were a smart kid then.
Well, I wanted to come back for future uses.
I remember, we found, I think it was my uncle's stash, and then he had wrote a little note in there like, "Leave my shit alone." I was like, "What? Oh no, he knew."
So what's funny is like the picture the Ohio AG keeps using is all the, like, I'm like, I've never seen these products.
Like the Crunchy Cheeto ones you put up?
Yeah. Here, again, I will send you the image, this particular image that he put. This is the image he actually tweeted out. And I'm like, bruv, I've seen a lot of edibles in my day from, again, my partner and just other folk. And trust me, baby, come here.
The shit that they like put out in these news blurbs, they look like something that like will come out of Mad TV.
I'm wearing pajamas.
Shh, well, I'm recording a show. You can't be talking to the damn.
So what about these Cheeto ones? What did they change about the Cheeto or the Dorito one?
Maybe it's like a weed infused cheetah dust.
Maybe.
Cheeto dust, as we know, it's actually called. And that the Fruity Pebble one, the Cheetos, the Nerds, and the Doritos all just look like somebody photoshopped like a THC logo on them. That shit say Doritos. It say Cheetos. It's crimes happening just based on that. So it's like you could probably just catch them just on copyright infringement.
Yeah, I mean, get the Cleveland Gladiators lawyer up in here.
The double stuffed Stonio by Dad Bisco. This is shit high schoolers make up. This is like stickers that people would make, for like to put on their notebook in high school. This is not real. Dad Bisco.
What's the name of that? The one fake toy little stickers they had. It's kind of like Garbage Pile Kids, but it's like I'll look it up. It's like fake products.
Yeah, it was Garbage Pail Kids.
Okay.
I want to look
well,
up.
they had like a version of that.
But it's called something else.
I'm currently looking up Dad Bisco double stuffed Stonio.
Well, that's why I said that like the shit that like T was talking about in the pictures, it looked like shit out of like Mad Magazine.
This product could not be found. And I'm looking at the bags that this company puts their product in, and it don't look nothing like that. So I'm going to go with the Dabisco double stuffed Stonios. It's not a product they got going right now. But here, I'll click on some other sites. This says, this particular one says this product was confiscated in Skagit County. I don't know where Skagit County exists. Apparently it's in Washington. And it was confiscated because a driver was driving around. Oh, so this is where these pictures come from. All right, well here, now we've sourced it. This is all from Washington State.
A half a across the whole world almost.
Yeah. I will put the tweet in the chat. Well, there we go. Now we have sourced where these people found these things at. And again, also, I would utterly sue the shit out of these people for. It's like, bruv, I'll just see you in court for using my damn trademark to sell weed. Cause that shit just straight up say nacho cheese Doritos. But also, if you look at the picture I just sent you, all this stuff seems to be from Canada. So that's probably how they're getting away with this copyright situation. You'll see it says THCA at the bottom. That is a 1 ounce bag of chips, so it seems mighty tiny. And actually, I don't actually think it's a 1 ounce bag of chips. I think it's a 1 ounce. I think it's the image from a 1 ounce bag of chips. But that's if you look at it, it's a very small bag. That might be a chip in that bag, like a Pocky hot chip challenge, you know?
Yes.
So I can't call it, but there. I'm glad we did that investigation and sourced that out. That's the end of our news stories. I was just wildly made to think how hilarious this and stupid this was. Like, bruh, it's just not happening. No one's giving away they weed to you and your children. If you want to come bring some people some weed, though, you know, want to be the weed fairy, I guess that'd be pretty cool of you. So there you go.
You should just leave some weed in the woods.
Along with some pornography. Mm-hmm. But you know how we do. As always, first up as always is my man Tatum. Man, what's been going on in your world?
Man, I've been really, really busy at work, but try to, you know, have my duties as a father still met as much as possible. But largely, I've been getting ready for Christmas, pretty much.
Yeah.
Thinking about what to get people. Also thinking about, you know, Thanksgiving. Thinking about what makes a perfect plate.
A perfect plate. I just saw, who did I see somebody posted an image?
Carl.
It was like, huh?
Carl.
Was that Carl Turk?
Yeah.
We're gonna look at Carl's page. No, but Carl do got that blackface dude from the Virginia councilman. Y'all see that picture? Did I send that to y'all?
No, I just sent it to our chat on Instagram.
Oh, how funny. I was looking at Carl's site, but yeah, I guess Mr. Char had a picture of the damn plate it was like massive. It was like a platter sized plate and had a little bit of everything on it, man. Good question though. What is your perfect Thanksgiving plate and or Christmas plate?
Just whatever I could fit on there that I enjoy to the maximum amount of capacity without spilling. I don't have an more exact science than that.
Interesting. So, yeah, you know how I get down to my house. It's a turkey, some mac and cheese, it's some yams, it's Vanessa always make green bean casserole. Yes, I know, white people.
Green bean casserole is good.
Green casserole has its place, and that is and it's only twice a year, and we all know it.
That's the only time I have it. Yeah,
I'm about to say, no one's making green casserole the rest of the year because it only works that one part of the year.
It's a seasonal classic.
What else is popping? Cranberry sauce. You know, I like the OG kind, and you know the jelly kind. So, you know, I like a nice little slice or two.
I like my ridges.
Yeah, for sure. So it's for my pleasure. Some rolls. I like the sweet Hawaiian rolls as my personal bread of choice. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like to slide up into the game.
Yeah, we usually get them other rolls that ain't sweet. The ones that look like a booty chin.
Are they the ones that like have that extra layer of flour caked on the bottom to get that extra chalkiness?
I guess it depends on the brand you get.
Yeah.
Oh, the ones in the clear bag with no name on it, they're at the store for like 89 cents.
Rolls.
Yeah.
So
Spell with a Z.
And an extra C.
well, as you know, I need to work on my fiber consumption. So I need to. I probably need to introduce a little something, some more greenery to the table this go round. I don't know. I mean, I guess some broccoli.
I mean, it's in the name, green bean casserole.
That shit is baked to a. I mean, you know what? Maybe I get some fresh green beans and wash the hell out of them. That might be the vibe because using 10 green beans.
They taste better though.
Really,
Like I know
you think?
I like canned green.
Because they
beans.
brine pretty
They
much.
basically
Yeah.
been sitting in the salt brine this whole time. So
Yeah,
I hear you.
get it. Like I know they're not as good for me, but goddamn, they taste better.
Yeah. So I wonder if if I just tweak that particular recipe more toward my liking, will I fuck with it a little more? Maybe I can make the onions from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Fry me some onions up. We'll see.
Yeah. Or you can just eat some greens.
I don't like greens. They always bitter to me. Now, if you got to connect or a lick on some non-bitter greens, or can tell me how to get some non-bitter greens, or maybe your greens is not bitter.
Yeah, because a lot of times people put vinegar in them to make them bitter.
You let me know.
Okay.
And if you making some greens, just bring me some. What the deal is?
Okay. Yeah, I was requested to this year to make chicken wings.
How would you prepare them?
Fry them like chicken.
Oh,
wings,
just some OGs. Like,
yeah. Like let me get a 5-piece and 2 slices of white bread.
12-piece fried hard. It's all for you.
Yeah, but I got a turkey fryer last year.
Yeah, I remember you got it.
An indoor one, and I mean it's the bomb diggity damn. It makes everything so simple because a turkey takes so long.
Yeah.
So it really cuts down on everything else because like a turkey is so big, you got to take out one of the freaking one of the freaking shells out the oven. Having the oven free, it really makes everything more simple.
So last year was the first time I went ahead and because Vanessa don't eat meat no more, she's vegetarian, and Xander was never gonna fuck with the bird. So it's just me and Lee eating on the bird. I just went ahead and just copped a turkey breast.
Yeah.
And I still prepared it nicely, but that's all the turkey we had. It worked out really well. That was a solid amount.
Yeah, turkey breast is a great way to go because it's cutting down because the white meat cooks so fast.
Yeah.
And you don't got to worry about the thighs and the legs and the wings, and you pretty much eating what everybody want to eat anyway if you're preparing it right. I mean, I know some people want the drumstick and shit like that, want to look like a king, but I don't know. I think I made a breast one time. I think it was just for Christmas.
Yeah.
And went well. But my perfect plate, of course, turkey. Mix it up. Get some white and some dark in that. Gotta have some dressing. I don't gotta have cranberry sauce, but cranberry sauce does give it a little bit extra. I like making cranberry sauce from scratch, but that ain't the vibe in my house. It's just bring me the ridges.
Yeah, your partner like the rich kind of. You like, preparing a delicious, what I'm saying, relish, if you will. The whole cranberries, little orange and stuff.
Yeah, orange zest. Yeah, it's funny. Like I know my oldest son is starting to appreciate the fact that I can cook.
Yeah. I was just about to say you're an artist who's unappreciated in his time, but your time is coming apparently with your youngin.
Yeah, he loves turkey. He don't like chicken, but he's starting to like chicken now. Yesterday, Mentor Mall had like trick or treating. So the store's just giving out candy, and that shit took forever. So we were like, we'll just go to the food court and grab some dinner. And he's a big Anthony Jr. is a big fan of fried rice, and it's funny, like getting just a side of fried rice is like ridiculous. It was like cheaper to get the fried rice with the entree and the two sides. I was like, so I got orange chicken. He didn't ask for it. He just wanted the rice. So when we got home, I was like, hey, try this. He's like, shit, this tastes like oranges. I'm like, and he was like, he thought it was pretty good, so he ate it. So, another thing in his repertoire that he liked.
I like how versatile chicken is when it comes to absorbing flavor.
Yeah.
Chicken just show up to the party knowing what it's got to do. I want to try that orange chicken sandwich.
I do want that.
I mean, chicken's got a lot of ground to make up compared to the other meats. It's got to provide some sort of abilities.
I mean, the only thing you can't do out of a chicken is make a leather coat out of it. I mean, it's pretty versatile. Like, I always find it funny. Like, I know a lot of people who are always like, turkey ain't shit. Turkey don't taste good. Turkey ain't never taste good. Fuck turkey and his mama. But I mean, as long as I can remember, I remember even when I was younger and we ate turkey, it was just like, it was all about the leftover turkey and layering it in the bowl the right way. When it was the day after, turkey at the bottom of the bowl, did a macaroni and cheese and dressing and greens and stuff to flavor it from all the other shit that you put in the bowl.
Well, you make it like a KFC famous bowl?
I mean, that shit was in the 80s. This before.
I know. Like, because I used to do that shit too beforehand, before they came out with before they marketed it. But I'm saying it's what we have to compare it to.
And that's exactly what the famous bowl was based on. Because it's like, what I'm saying? Because they hit it with some gravy, top it off. Oh, I forgot. We make mashies, but we don't make regular mashies. We make aligo. That's been our little jam. I gotta hurry up and get on a new potato ricer. Because I like using the ricer, but that ricer I bought was a piece of shit. So, gotta get down with that.
I think, didn't we get one from IKEA?
If we did, I did not. So.
Yeah, like, cause I got, I think I did get the ricer from IKEA. Okay. If I'm not mistaken.
I was gonna say though, this is probably the year to not be waiting to the last minute to try and get food.
That's what I just
said.
That's why I say I need to just get on it.
Because I don't know exactly what I'm doing for Thanksgiving this year. Like, I don't currently have plans per se. So, like, I'm not sure if I'm going to cook for myself again or if someone's going to have a Thanksgiving dinner this year or whatever. But I was thinking about that the other day. Like, if I'm going to do it myself this year, I don't want to be waiting until, like, the week before because a lot of places are going to run out of shit. That's just been the name of the game this year with the shipping problems.
Yeah. I just watched oddly enough, Giant Bomb has a show called Back to School where one guy tries to teach another guy about different things, and what they discussed this past week was just the shipping issues and what the problem is. And it's funny. So the stuff is here. They just don't got enough people to get that shit off to get it off the containers that are already here. Then get the other boats in and get the shit off those boats. Get the containers back. Because, that's basically how this process works. You bring a container here, you empty that bitch out, send a container back to China, because everything comes from China. And so it's interesting how what's currently fucked up about our current supply chain. So it's not like, yes, COVID was slightly to blame, but people putting way more on COVID than that was COVID's fault. A lot of this is just nonsense. And as it turns out, a lot of it is just capitalism fucking up. As always. So
speaking go ahead.
Oh no, go on.
Speaking of shipping containers, man, it's really, really, really been on my mind lately. Like, I want to build a house out of a shipping container.
Yeah, you always send us dope pictures of that shit.
I really want to do it. Like, they keep on saying how cheap shipping containers are now.
Yeah.
and like, man, I want to take like 4 of them, or 3, and like build my home office out of one of out of a couple,
Yeah.
because I think you can get one for like $3,000.
That would be a hell of an office, because that YouTube channel I watched, they built a house out of 2.
Every time I see them, it'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? You need the land. That's basically about it. But we got plenty of that in Ohio.
I got plenty of room in my backyard, no problem at all.
Yeah. You think you just want to get you one and make your office right now? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
He wants a he shed.
With no shedding in the back. But I don't like. Yeah, it seems like such a dope idea to do. And being at home, like a home office where there's no really, like, I'm at home.
Yeah, there's no real separation of church and state.
Yeah, so
it's
it
like,
would be nice to get that done.
Yeah, and have a space you can go to.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna be when it's all said and done. People gonna end up starting to just like rent them apartments. And like, all right, I'm going to the office. People gonna team up, rent like a multi-bedroom of space or something like that, and like, all right, we all just put in on this and we made an office. Just pay for the damn internet and the electricity and keep it moving.
Yeah, that mean, it seems like that could be the move, because I mean that's what rich people do.
Yeah.
What's Macaulay Culkin little brother name?
Kieran?
Kieran Coffin? I mean, not Coffin. Culkin. Like, he said he lived in New York, or he says he lives in New York. And during the pandemic, he was like somebody moved out of his apartment building. And as soon as they did, he grabbed up the space, and that's like his office. I was like, that's a pretty dope idea.
Yeah. I mean, if you can afford it, because New York real estate still is going hard. So,
Man, he's still living off that Pepsi money he had.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's cool. Thanks, Ant, for discussing and sharing some tales with us, so forth and so on. Daniel, what's been going on with you, bro? You had a week off. You know what I'm saying? You brought the Browns to victory. Thank you for that. But
I do what I can.
Well, I mean, would you say this current Cavaliers 3-game win streak has something to do with you?
No. I have followed along on Twitter, but I have not seen any of the games. Mm-hmm. I was actually going to check to see if I have access to watch any of the games somehow. But, I'll do that at a later date.
Oh, fair enough.
So this week didn't exactly go the way that I thought it would. So, all right. Without putting too much out into the world, I'm off work this week on vacation. About 20 minutes before my vacation was about to start, I get a message from my buddy telling me that his girlfriend broke up with him. And
Sore beep.
Yeah.
Damn. That's been going for like 2 years.
Their anniversary was this weekend.
Damn.
So instead of just kind of like chilling out, maxing on cool or whatever, I've been basically playing like therapist for the last 6 days. Although I was alone today. But yeah, there's been like the kind of like the I don't want to be alones right now, and the random crying episodes, and the
shit. Sorry, man.
Yeah, well, I ain't been the one crying.
I mean, I'm kind of saying sorry for you, but sorry to him too.
I cried a little bit, but it was about other shit. But like at this point, like he's been over here like working, and then he's kind of like immersed himself in my home remodel projects too. Like my bathroom sink right now is currently in the dining room, and I ordered like stuff to clean the peeling paint off the ceiling in there so that can be repainted. Actually, all this shit just came today, and then I got to go pick the rest of it up tomorrow from Home Depot. But I'm gonna basically scrape the peeling paint off the ceiling in there and repaint it with like a semi-gloss paint that'll resist the water, so I won't have any more mildew growing up there. Then I got a tool to remove the caulking from the shower and the toilet, so I'm gonna recaulk that shit.
Damn right,
And
remove that cock.
yeah, caulk it up. And we're talking about maybe installing a bidet. And what's up?
Do you need a bidet?
I don't have one yet. Now, installing the bidet won't be an issue either because I'm not going to go back to the box sink. I'm going to get a pedestal sink. I know most people would look at that as impractical for a main bathroom, but in reality, for me, my bathroom's kind of small, and I would rather have the extra room in there to be able to wipe properly behind the toilet when I need to clean, or just not feel so fucking cramped. And then the hallway closet with the linens and I could put cleaning supplies. It's 3 feet from the bathroom door. Yeah. I don't need the cleaners to be under the kitchen. I mean the bathroom sink. I could literally walk 2 feet and get it out of the closet. So yeah, the old box sink is sitting in the dining room right now because my garbage day is not until Monday.
Yeah.
So the problem we're gonna run into right now though is the water was leaking to begin with because there's the piping in the wall. The pipe that would go from the U-bend on the drain pipe to the main exit pipe, the pipe that was already in there is fucking cracked, or it's broken on the tip, and so there's nothing you could fasten to it. But then I'm trying to find online if it's a way to replace it, because I can see it on the main water exit pipe where it screws in, but it has to have been there for maybe since they built the fucking house.
Wow.
And then the thing is, though, when I look online, I can't figure out what the fuck they called the pipe piece. Because when I look up what I think it's called, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm probably going to have to go into Home Depot, maybe take a couple pictures of what it is, and then go in there before I remove anything. Because maybe there'll be a way for me to kind of put a new pipe over top of the old nub that's sitting there and kind of just putty it down or something. But for right now, the sink's just gonna have to stay off until I get it all figured out. Plus, the way things I want to do it in there is I want to clean the ceiling off first and get that repainted. That way, all the shit falls down to the floor. Well, I bought a tarp, but get all that down. And then that way I can clean all that up, basic order operations, ceiling, get all the dirt down, and then caulk off, do a strip cleaning and everything. Because the bathroom, I don't know if anyone listening has been to my house, but the main bathroom, there wasn't a lot of space in there. It was basically the sink was right next to the toilet, which was right next to the shower. And not a lot of room in between. So cleaning behind that toilet has been fucking rough. So I'm not sitting here saying I'm proud of anything, but you know how hard it is to fucking get your arm around a toilet when you got no room to get your arm back there?
Yeah, it's very, very hard. When we have newer toilets that are pedestal toilets. Mm-hmm. You know how older toilets are when you put those little boats that go inside of the toilet or just hanging at the bottom? Mm-hmm. They pretty much design toilets so you have to call a plumber. Or call your 6-year-old son to come in and say, hold this, put your arm around the back, and I'll screw it in while you're holding it. When
I was in Lakewood, the neighbor who I had never met came and knocked on the door one Sunday when I was watching football, because he was in desperate need of someone to just come over and help him hold the toilet while he tried to fit it onto the wax ring.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I figure a pedestal sink, it'll it'll give me that space in there so that when like I do my like cleans and stuff, I actually have room to like get a mop behind the toilet or reach my arm back there or whatever the case may be. And if that means I have to like sacrifice a little bit of storage space, and maybe like because the way that they did this, I don't know like what kind of sink hookup they had when they built this house, but the tiling on the wall was clearly cut wider whenever they did the new sink setup. Because one, they installed the electrical line, the outlet in there. Because there's a little hole that they drilled and they ran the wire up from the basement into the new electrical box. Two, the area around the pipe, you can see where the wood was at, like the not particle board. I don't know, the press, whatever wood they use for the walling in there. You can see the wood because they like when they cut through to get to more of the piping, the tiles kind of broke away. And it's kind of exposed back there. So, like, when I get the pedestal sink, I'm going to have to, like, try and get one with a little bit of a wider base to try and cover up some more of that back there. Because I'm not going to fill that hole in. And I'm not about to retile the whole bathroom for this.
What,
so,
what, can you just paint it the color that the tile is?
No, because there's a giant hole in the wall.
How big? Giant? By what do you mean by giant?
I would say, like... whatever big this is.
You think that's like 8x8?
I'm a terrible judge at measurement, but it's like this.
I bet you.
And the hole doesn't bother me so much. It's a little bit bigger than I would have guessed.
Yeah.
But also, like I said, when we initially got back there, they clearly had to have fixed it at some point because the pipe was like it's busted, and they had to have known that because they fucking fixed it with like a giant ball of plumber's putty, like it was like a fucking brick on there. So they Jimmy rigged it a long time ago.
I would think.
I'm glad you said Jimmy.
If you were interested into it, you could probably just maybe find one single decorative tile that goes to cover the hole up. Just something that kind of blends into the general look of the bathroom, but also it kind of has its own little swag. And that way, the hole's covered, but it's like at least it's covered nicely. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta cover that motherfucker, but you can like decoratively cover that motherfucker. It's probably the way. It's probably the way. I'm not saying it's the way. It's a way. So
I figure it'd just be easier to get a little bit of a wider pedestal.
Oh sure, yeah.
Because I figure too with a pedestal, like. You have to expect, like, in older houses, if you have a pedestal, there's going to be exposed piping, Like, it's not going to be like in a modern home when the pipes are built to come out of the wall, like, on the first run. So, like, the pedestals, like, goes in and everything. It's kind of like getting a TV, like, on the wall and then hiding the wires, Like, they're doing that now, but they weren't doing that back in 1952.
Yeah. I not love, but it's interesting to see people like, I'm gonna hang my TV, and it's like you're gonna go through all the process of hanging that TV. You just got cords just dangling. It's like, come on, man. You're gonna do that too. You know what I'm saying? But so basically household affairs, but also taking care of a friend's heart needs. I'm so sorry. I assume Sword Slash is on the mend from the other thing. But then he got broke up with. That's a double whammy of too much. It's too much all at once, man. I feel terrible for him. I'm so sorry.
Did he ever say what was the reason she broke up with him?
He said something that she said, but like I don't think it was really elaborated on. I think it was just a general reason given. That way that they could feel comfortable, like not just like ghosting somebody.
I mean, it's real. Like if it's about the right time for that to eat. That's a shit or get off the pot situation for them. You know what I'm saying? And she decided to get off the pot, and I gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
Wasn't it about time? I know we shouldn't be spending too much time talking about this, but wasn't it about time that he was supposed to be moving out of his house and moving with her?
See, that I think that's been part of the bugaboo of it all. Is because his mom is still with him. And I think that was part of the issue is like, when the hell are you gonna have your mom not under your care? You know.
Yeah.
But I don't think that wasn't what was expressed from what I was told in the parting.
Yeah. Well, nobody would want to say that and make you think it was your mama's fault. Shit went sideways. That'd be fucked up.
Well, I think like if he wasn't taking care of his mom, that he would have already had moved in, like probably 6 months, year ago, something. But because he's had his mom, they only saw each other on the weekends, and then like they had a problem like a month ago where like he broke up with her, and then they got back together like a day later, and like he got COVID. And he hadn't seen her in like almost a month because like, he'd been sick and not feeling well and things hadn't been going good for him. And I guess like they were supposed to go out of town to Tennessee for their like 2-year anniversary. And he asked if they could postpone it because he wasn't well enough to like go hiking and shit like that. And I guess like, I don't know if that was like the straw that broke the camel's back, but like then she broke up with him and claimed that they didn't communicate well enough.
Fair enough, man. Sorry for your sorry for your sore beef, bruv, man. That stinks. But we leave that behind because it's not really what we talk about on this show. We just offer up some love. You keep me your thoughts, my folk. Box sent us in our group chat on the old IG. What is that? 30 AF, right? Was that who did that? Yeah, I am 30 AF. If you're not following I am 30 AF, it's pretty good site. It's one of them aggregator kind of pages situations, but so the message that he sent says this actually was a tweet from Jason Diamond. I am Jason Diamond on Twitter if you want to give this man a follow. I feel like if you were a child in the late 80s into the middle of the 90s, you have one kind of food that was sold as fancy and seemed totally out of reach and too expensive, but now you're an adult and you can spend $3 to $5 on it. For me, it's Toblerone. And as you scroll through, there's some other things. One person has the international coffees. So one person has the New York seltzers. One person has the After 8 mints. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking of the Viennetta.
Word. So somebody has clearly Canadian. Somebody has the Royal Danish cookies that was always basically your grandma's tin for her sewing equipment. But for me, oddly enough, and again, this is actually something I was going to chat about on the show. It was around this time when I was a child. This catalog always showed up around my way, and I think I was the first one to make that shit happen. I think I saw a catalog at somebody else's house and sent the card in from our house to make it come to our house. And that
That's amazing.
Is the Swiss Colony catalog. Y'all ever
heard
of
of
that?
this?
Y'all never heard of the Swiss Colony?
No.
I'm intrigued as hell.
Okay, I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. So the Swiss Colony is basically like a Harry and David type situation. You know what I'm saying? It's a food catalog. But at Christmas time, they always had these dope looking treats and shit. And I would look at that shit and just dream about eating like a fucking king. All these various treats. And one year, out of all the years, my mama let me get something out of the Swiss Colony catalog, and that was some baklava. It was the first time I ever had baklava because it looked amazing to me. And I've been in love with baklava ever since. We get baklava with enough regularity that you think your boy was Greek. But for whatever reason, I know exactly what it was. We was watching Bake Off. They made that Prince Regent tort, and I was like, that looked like the Dobosh tort that was always in the Swiss Colony catalog. And Vanessa, for whatever reason, it's just because, she was raised around people. The reality of it is Vanessa's 10 years younger than me. And her parents are therefore only about 15, 20 years older than me. So kind of in range, you know what I'm saying? So kind of like she hip to shit that I'm hip to, but from a different direction. And so I was thinking about
the Swiss what catalog?
The Swiss Colony. It's in the chat. I put it in the chat. If you click on it. It's the Swiss Colony. And so, like I said, I saw that tort they made on Bake Off last week, and I thought about a Dobosh tort, which I used to always see. I don't even know Dobosh is the correct pronunciation, but still. And then I just started, and me and Vanessa was laughing about the Swiss Colony, and then she brings up on her phone, and the Swiss Colony is still a thing. And they still have all these things that I always wanted when I was a child. And
They got a Linzer cake.
So I'm already letting you know it's going down this Christmas for your boy. Many a thing that I always wanted from the Swiss Colony is finally going to be mine, including, I'm going to throw this one in the chat too. This is one of the things this used to be on the cover of the book. It was major. It was major. It's the Forest Friends log. And if you look at it, it's a Swiss roll, basically. But it has these little chocolate raccoons on the front of it. And it's gorgeous. And I have no idea if it's actually going to ever look like this. But it looks amazing. And I'm like, I'm going to get one of them hoes. And of course, I kind of like this one. This is another one that they always had when I was little. I don't know. I don't remember it being red velvet. I think it was a different cake. But the decoration on here is the same thing. And I'm just, like I said, me and Vanessa was chatting about it, and she goes, that's kind of something we can do for Christmas. We can just order some shit out of there and just kind of kick it. And
they got a lot of good stuff in this bell.
Maybe engage in some adult edibles and just have a good time.
I kind of recognize that cake now that I'm looking at it.
Bruh, I'm telling you, somebody's grandma, auntie, somebody had this catalog, and you might have thumbed across it at some point.
And what's crazy is that it's affordable. I got a kind of a linear story to go with your story.
Right on. Here, I'm about to send y'all this page of Pettifor's.
Okay.
This is the one you want to get down. These always had me shocked. I was like, this is amazing. Look at these little tiny cakes.
Man, these assorted chocolates look good as fuck.
My God.
You have always been a man who has known about sweets. So me and Dan was talking about this, and I also sent you some coupons. But I have a T-Mobile phone, which means I get T-Mobile Tuesdays.
Correct.
And one of the things that was on there was Gold Belly. $25 off of a order.
Yeah, you just sent me that, didn't you?
Yeah, I sent it to you. It was last week. Okay. So I ordered something from there.
What'd you get from Gold Belly? Did you get that Fruity Pebble cake?
I did not get that.
Okay.
I got a blueberry crumble cheesecake.
From which far-flung spot did you get it from?
It was from I think it was from Atlanta.
How was it?
I did not like it.
How was the packaging situation?
Man, the packaging was lightweight amazing. So it comes in this box, and then it's like, man, this box don't feel that cold. What's going on? And then it was like a giant foil bag that felt like puffy. Like the jackets Puff wore in those videos.
Take that.
And then inside of that was like these frozen like balloony bags. And inside of that was the cheesecake wrapped in a box in plastic.
Okay.
Disappointment number one is they didn't even cut that shit up. I paid all that money for that. You ain't cut that shit? One. And then it was kind of like, man, this bad boy could have used some more cook time. Like, it was kind of lightweight mushy in the middle. So, I took one piece and it's been sitting in the freezer the whole time. My secret shame.
I wonder, I would hope that Gold Belly, if you don't know, is kind of pricey, kind of high end. You know what I'm saying?
Very much so.
Yeah. So much so that I'd be like, if I was ever the slightest disappointed in some shit I ordered from them, it'd be like, bruv, I'm gonna need a refund. I'm gonna need you to make me a better one or something. I'm gonna holler at them. That's just me. So Vanessa loves these Italian rainbow cookies. You know what I'm saying? You know, you probably seen them shits, chocolate covered joints. They like red, green, and white or whatever. Or
are they the ones with the sprinkles on them, or are they just the chocolate ones?
I think they're just the chocolate ones. And we always get them when we're in Boston from Jay Pache and Son. It's a spot we go to in Boston. It's a spot I'm definitely gonna try to take Anthony to when we're in Boston here soon. Rainbow cookies, and I never can find them locally. People know about them, but nobody seems to sell them hoes. And I kind of have I found a couple on Gold Belly, and I'm like, I should just order her some from there, and just make it happen. But then always I worry that they're not gonna be as good as what she like. You know what I'm saying? And Gold Belly, like I said, they ain't fucking around, man. Gold Belly is pricey. So I also I think like this shop is a Etsy bakery. That's another thing I've come across a lot. Like, should I order baked goods off of Etsy? You know, I've ordered a record case that came in and it worked out very well for me.
I always thought Etsy was just like arts and crafts. I didn't know they had food on there.
Yeah. So it's like I'm like that's why I kind of have always argued myself out of it. Like, well, I mean, look, you go here for knitted things and caps and
I've only ever bought one thing from Etsy, and it's the coasters I have downstairs, the ones that were like with the comic book covers on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love those things.
Yeah, my 45 box over here came from Etsy, and it's amazing. It really is well built and well crafted. So I respect it. And what else? I bought a couple of things off Etsy in my day, and they were all fine product. So you think that would actually like lend credence to the idea of buying some delicious snacks from there, but I can't call it, man. You never know what people's kitchens is like. You know what I'm saying? At least if it's like a Gold Belly restaurant or something like that, there I know that they have an industrial kitchen that at some point was hopefully at least reviewed by a state inspector. You know what I'm saying? So
They got a dragon knife on Swiss Colony.
Oh shit! I never looked at stuff. It's always been the food. Oh, is that like with the meats and cheese, or that's under gifts?
It was underneath sale.
Brownie bonbons.
Bruh, I'm saying the Petty Four game is so trill that I'm just. But this, like I said, goes back to the whole thing that Box sent us. Like I said, it said things that I thought was wild fantasy I could never have, and now I'm grown and I'm looking at this shit like I could have.
This is very much in reach.
It's like it's too in reach actually at this point because I'm like, nothing can't be mine. There ain't nothing I can't walk away from this. If I wanted to, I could order a whole ass bird because they have meats and cheeses. So ham and turkey. If I click on ham and turkey, you could order a whole spiral sliced ham, a whole hickory smoked turkey. It's so much, and it's wild to me that this that I thought was so.
Cheese fudge.
Fruit and nut breads and cremes gift assortment. What are the cremes?
Where'd you see that one at?
Here, I'll send the link.
Thank you. This is the life we at right now, people. I'm your man. This is about to we about to go down this path.
Vanilla creme, cinnamon creme, honey creme. What the fuck is filbert? Filbert creme.
Filberts are nuts.
Oh.
So that's a type of nut cream.
Ooh, that sounds sexy.
Oh my god! I remember my man. We used to work with this dude Mike. He was working on his health, and he came in with a bag of blanched filberts, and I just found I found the name to be hilarious. Because there was just some bare ass, blank ass nuts. Because he was trying to work on his like you said, he's working on his health, so he probably didn't need the nuts to be salted or whatever. Blanched though just sounds awful. Like ugh.
Wild game meat sticks. Is this like you hit the deer with your car and now you sell the turkey online? Spiced pumpkins. What is this? This is like one of the best things you've ever shown me. There's just so much shit on here. It's like dripping with culture.
Like it's knowledge I never had before. What is this?
Cause I remember going to the mall as a kid and they'd have the pop-up shop with the meat for the Christmas meats, the
summer sausage.
Rolls. Yeah, the Christmas version. And then I remember going in Target and places and seeing the fruitcakes But like, I've never known anyone to actually eat any of that shit. It was like being a kid at Christmas and like getting gifts from your parents. It was like the mom always got like the basket with like the body washes and the perfumes and all that shit, and then like dad got the one with the sausage in it.
Yeah. Now look at this shit. Bread cheese. On that same page where you at the Wild Game Sticks. Mm-hmm. That shit look... What is going on there? This Finnish style baked cheese looks a lot like French toast, but it tastes like a grilled cheese sandwich without the bread.
That's
Has
nice.
a satisfying squeak of fresh cheese curds. Best served warm or fried as a unique snack. Dip it in coffee or top it with jam, honey, or maple syrup. Man.
I think
So the spiced pumpkins is like mini pumpkin cheesecakes with cream cheese frosting.
Where the fuck? This is not supposed to be us just walking through the Swiss Colony catalog together, but it's kind of becoming that. Oh my goodness.
So the wild game meat sticks, it's buffalo, elk, and venison.
Nice.
they got Cajun sticks too. I know you like you a spice lord lunch.
Oh man, they got a meat stick bonanza gift set. It comes with sweet onion sauce, barbecue sauce, sweet hot mustard, and honey mustard. They got maple sticks, teriyaki sticks, honey ham sticks, and beef sticks.
Okay, we are not sponsored by the Swiss Colony. I want y'all to know, but again, it was just it's a life I led, man, and it's funny to.
The fucking Forest Friends log though that you sent us the link of, it's like they took the little Debbie Swiss roll and just like enhanced it, and then added like some cool caricature at the end.
I wonder what the quality of the ingredients are, what it tastes like, so forth.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
This luscious lemon cheesecake looks super bomb. Like I want one so bad.
Dude, the caramel apple cheesecake looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the crust goes all the way. It goes over the cheesecake.
It looks like a Chicago deep dish pizza.
If it was sexy.
The luscious lemon cheesecake with the high top crust, praline bread. Oh
Cheesecake trees.
Oh yeah,
These
that
look like
do look good.
They look like
Little
the
Debbie.
Aldi ones. Yeah, they look like Little Debbie mixed with them Aldi joints.
Well, anyway, I'm definitely gonna order a little something off of this. I'm uncertain of what it's gonna be, but I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna make a Swiss Colony order of at least a couple of dollars or so. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy to be able to do that.
They got the coconut cake, but it's just not shaped like a bunny.
God, I fucking coconut cake so hard.
Oh man, fudge. That was one of the things I loved about Jogga Lake as a kid, is that they had all the fudge shops in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, one thing I have been doing, like, Homage has like Geauga Lake and Cedar Point t-shirts. Like I make sure I got a couple because I used to love Cedar Point so much, and like I it's always kind of bittersweet when you drive past there and they it's
Geauga
not
Lake,
there
not
no
Cedar
more.
Point. Geauga Lake, not Cedar Point. You said Cedar Point.
Who did?
He said Jogga Lake.
Yeah, but then he first said, but then the second time he said Cedar Point.
No, I think he said both of them when he initially said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So I just
it's
said-
just bittersweet.
So one last link to look at. Chocolate covered macadamia nuts. There's no way in hell that the chocolate on these nuts is that thick, right?
I mean, it probably
they
is to
thick.
make it for how small macadamia nuts are, you know?
I'm just saying, like, if
That damn near look like a
picture's been-
Buckeye.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was before I clicked on it.
Oh, shit.
Cause I keep on thinking like, you know, my girl ain't no flower like I'll buy her flowers and stuff like that, but then like, you know, those ain't she's not really a flower person, and then like, edible arrangements, pish posh on that shit. Like, how much fruit am I gonna eat on a stick? And then like I've been trying to find like a good idea for like a nice gift basket to send to the house that everybody can enjoy, and this just might be the lick.
Well, how funny, how very, I guess that is how this works out some days. This the thing my mama ordered me back in the day. I'm gonna send this. This will truly be the last link, and we will move on. I'm sorry, y'all. This thing my mama got me back in the day, and my life was never the same since. Because then I was just in love with the.
I love that she was able to do that for you.
Same man. I've been doing a lot of not per se thinking, just kind of looking back, and like I felt. Okay, so here's what it is. We were so poor in high school that I oftentimes just think about the poor times of me in high school. But back in the day, we weren't so broke because it's like I had a crazy amounts of toys. You know what I'm saying? It's like we had, a decent little stereo. And like I said, every now and again, you know what I'm saying? Well, once upon a time, this showed up. So I'm saying it's like she must have been doing, she took good enough care of us through some times, you know what I'm saying, to reflect on it. I know it was real bad when I was in high school, but sometimes you just hit bad times, There was plenty of good times to be had too. So that's why I would just want to put some respect on that. So thank you, Annie Pearl. Oh my goodness. But we know how we do, man. We proceed. We continue to rock the mic. Hold on. One more link. Pumpkin bars. The delightful taste homemade because it's made from scratch just like you would do it. Moist pumpkin spice cake topped with luscious cream cheese frosting. 2 pounds, 7 ounces.
Yeah, I'm seeing the praline cake y'all was talking about.
The praline bread?
Yeah, the praline bread.
Yeah, that's.
And then, like this Kringle is the best Kringle I ever seen. That shit looks so moist.
What the fuck is hummingbird cake?
I heard of that. That's
A banana bread loaf is loaded with sweetened coconut, pineapple, pecans, nutmeg, and cinnamon, topped with cream cheese frosting and toasted coconut.
It look amazing, right? But then it's got bananas in it, so it's ruined. Why'd you do that? That's a beautiful thing.
It looks like carrot cake and banana nut bread had a baby.
Yeah, for sure. So I legitimately went today. Let me just to wrap up that. I legitimately went today and they was like, "Do you want the catalog?" I'm like, "They still have the catalog." So of course I ordered myself a copy of the catalog, and I cannot wait for that catalog to come through.
Isn't it? I remember somebody, and I think about this all the time because I took one of the inserts out of your catalog, and I get that catalog now.
Uh-huh.
But then, who signed you up for a bunch of catalogs that you didn't want?
Good question. Yeah, it was Helmar, the former Helmar. I don't want to put her new last name out. Yeah, she signed me up for them knife catalogs. Remember?
Yeah, yes, I have one right over here. I was just looking at it today because I do love knives. But I took one of the knife inserts out of your catalog and I kept it for myself and I ordered me one.
Yeah.
But I remember you said she went to a website and signed you up for a bunch of them.
Yeah. How funny. How dumb.
I used to love when those used to come to work. It was the best.
Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, because they did come to all. They probably still do come to the office, but after a while, once the OG left, the mail game had changed because he would always come over and bring it and laugh. He goes, "It's back again," and I'd be like, "Thanks, man."
Yeah, I think they stopped some of that stuff because they didn't want us getting mail at the office no more.
Yeah, haters. But every week after we've had this time together, we decompress, we walk on down to the mean streets of Reddit, and we head to the subreddit that's known as Am I the Asshole? I'll pull a few, I'll read them out loud, people see if they like them, and if they like them, we read them, we have a good time with them. I was unhappy with the selection this week, but that's been a lot lately. I've been real judgy to Am I the Assholes that's been coming out. The silver cookie, the pod sister sent us one, but when I went to go look at it, it had been deleted and there's no copy of the original in the story. So I can't read that one. So apologies, Pod Sister. I did my best to get that one into the show, but it just has disappeared in the meantime. But here is this week's selection. This one is kind of one I think we fuck with because we do this. We at this point with a bit of regularity. Am I the asshole for refusing to book Airbnb without everyone's share? Am I the asshole for going to my family's Thanksgiving instead of my husband's? Am I the asshole for yelling at my wife to wake up during a tornado warning? Am I the asshole? Would I be the asshole if I keep a Halloween party despite my friends' wishes? Now, the Thanksgiving one, I was like, what the hell? But then I realized Canadian Thanksgiving was a couple weeks back. So that's probably
Really?
that's probably, yeah, they had theirs is October 8th. Yeah, so I think that is here. I will simply look up Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah, they do it about a month and some change before us. It was Monday, October 11th this year. Forgive me, but close enough. So any of those, the Airbnb one is one I was interested in because, like I said, we take trips together as a unit, and it is, I don't know, we always seem to just lock the shit down and do the damn thing. One of us pay for it, and one of us and the rest of us just throw the money in. It works real easy, but that is I guess years of trust built up between us all. And so I don't know.
That and like it's easier to pay people back now than it was like back in the day. Like we had like if you didn't see someone in person and have it on you, like your options were check or PayPal.
Yeah. So I definitely want to read that one. But any other ones speak, y'all?
Since we were talking about Thanksgiving food, we might as well read that one.
There we go. Let's rattle that one. Let's do that one first. Am I the asshole for going to my family's Thanksgiving instead of my husband's? I, 38 female, and my husband, 40 male, have been celebrating Thanksgiving with his family since being together. We celebrate Christmas with my family. We would have the families together during the holidays, but there's been a tension lately between the families. I'm a vegetarian and will bring my own food to dinners. His family will crack jokes about the food that I bring. Another huge issue that I have is that since I had my daughter, five female, I am asked to sit at the kids' table. My parents are celebrating Thanksgiving with other family members in their lake house about an hour away. I told my husband that daughter and I will be going to the lake house to celebrate with my family. My husband was upset and says, "What? My mom is planning on making you a vegetarian meal just for you." I looked at him and said, "I'm going to celebrate with my family. Nothing's going to change my mind." His mother calls me and starts yelling at me that I hurt her and her husband's feelings. My husband has made comments about not celebrating Christmas with my family. Am I the asshole for going to my family's Thanksgiving instead of my husband's?
No.
You want me to know? Okay. Box?
Nah, I mean, fuck it. Like, this is one of those things where I always wondered how people decided, like married couples decide what they were doing every year. Because some people rotate. Some people, like, it seems like they just always go to one person's house or they try and hit both. I always, like, wondered how they decided.
So as you know, I am practically married. So a thing I kind of had to put down on the table was Thanksgiving we keep for us. I love cooking. I enjoy hanging out and just doing that. And so we do Thanksgiving for us. Christmas Eve, my children go to their grandma's house. Christmas Day, we wake up, open presents, kick it, and then we go to Vanessa's mama's house. Now, Vanessa's dad will oftentimes do a Thanksgiving the weekend after Thanksgiving, and sometimes we'll go over there and kick it with him. But Thanksgiving, the actual day, we do here because I enjoy it and I fuck with it. And that's just rules we set down. And that's the thing about, in relationship, you build traditions that you're gonna build. And I'm I'm oddly enough I'm a super man of tradition, since having kids. And I kind of wanted to set some things in stone. So one day my kids will be like, I won't be over there for Thanksgiving. I'm doing my damn thing, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And I hope I'm okay with that, or can be okay with that. So. But you're right. It is some things first, because I think we did do a Thanksgiving or two with Vanessa's folk early in the game. But I was like, I don't want to do that no more. I like Thanksgiving too much to be trying to eat somebody else's food.
Yeah.
Shit, you did one Thanksgiving where some of us came over.
Yeah. So that's like I said. Every now and again, you know what I'm saying. If I need to, I call my waywards to me. It's like come here to eat. Plus,
Yeah,
I always try to extend an invitation just in case. It's like, look, it could be something going on with your people that they not being cool, and or you just want some. You think my food is better.
Yeah, it's kind of always been a difficult thing here because you know my mom still cooks sometimes. Like the last couple of years she hasn't, and then like my partner's family is a very large family, and they usually like rent a hall and do all that stuff kind of stuff.
It's too much. It's too much.
And I'm like, first, and I'm like, yes, you can do that, but I'm gonna cook. And I'm gonna, I like we're like you said, I'm trying to build traditions, and I want to lead towards that. So sometimes it's not always cool, and sometimes it is. And I think COVID. Oh no, it didn't help with that because last year they did a thing, and then people got sick. So there you go.
There you go. I'm gonna say not the asshole, but let's I mean that's all I got right there unless they have written it further into the situation. Because it's already apparently it's uncomfortable. Apparently they fuck with her about her vegetarian lifestyle. And they make her sit at the kids' table. It's like that's 3 strikes you out, you know?
Yeah, that was right then and there. I'm surprised y'all didn't use y'all usual line like they don't need to be together. I'm surprised y'all didn't say that.
Let's see now. This person says everyone sucks here. It sounds like you unilaterally changed the plans without talking to your husband about it. He should have been backing you up a little all these years, and you may be justified in skipping his family's dinner with the way you've been treated, but you should have at least discussed it with him, and I could agree with that. And this person who responded to that person said, I would agree, except they make her sit at the kids' table, and her husband is apparently okay with it. Fuck that noise, not the asshole, is what this person wrote. And that is
Fuck
where
that noise indeed.
That is where I signed off on it as well. I was like, yeah, they do your wife dirty and you allow it. You know me, I'm quick to be like, divorce that man. But in this case, I'm simply going to be like, yeah, go ahead and go to your family to the nice lake house where they know your food restrictions and so forth, and we'll do you fine. Have a good time, chill with your kid, eat good, and be all right, man. Can't make me sit at the damn kids' table. Fuck you. Smacking your mouth for that bullshit. Let's see. He's also apparently okay with the jokes about her food choices and being relegated to the family babysitter at the kiddie table. He sat through all this disrespect, didn't stand up for her, and is now upset his mommy is mad that their favorite Target and built-in free babysitter is gone. Hard agree. FTN. I don't know what FTN stands for. Is it fuck that nigga? Is it fuck? Because they do look like a black avatar. Hold on, I'm gonna do a quick Google search.
Fuck.
Slang acronym. Let's go to the slang acronym. Face the nation. Free the nipple. Feed the net. Fun time Navy. Free the nukes. Freak Ted Nugent. Forget the Navy is what that came up with. So I'm gonna go with nah. I'm gonna go fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Yeah. So per Reddit, they think everyone sucks here. Per not the asshole.
Agreed.
Chop turkeys. All right. The
Green,
other one
Green,
is.
Green Bay just won.
What was the final?
24-21.
Oh, okay. So
Kyler Murray threw an interception in the end zone with 12 seconds left to seal it.
There you go. Well, respect due to the now 7-1 Green Bay Packers and the now 7-1 Arizona Cardinals. So there you go. That's what's popping. I thought the Cavs was playing tonight. They're playing tomorrow night. Kind of salty off of that.
Yeah, the LA Lakers.
Yeah. They just get to return to the same place they played last night, only in only a different floor. Emma the asshole for refusing to book Airbnb without everyone's share. I'm the maid of honor for my friend's wedding, so the other bridesmaids and I have been trying to organize the bachelorette party, which consists of a weekend getaway trip at a nearby town, as requested by the bride. We created a group chat with everyone invited with the details and cost of the accommodation and asked whether it was suitable for everyone. Despite not everyone having RSVP'd yet, I feel pressure from the other bridesmaids to book. One of the girls mentioned not being paid until next week and not having any money to spare till then. Another mentioned getting paid in 2 weeks. It's understandable, but I'm not very close to these girls at all and don't feel comfortable at the thought of having to chase people down for money. I made it clear that I like everyone's share up front before booking and that I am open to waiting until next week, but advised that carries the risk of losing the reservation by then. I feel pressure from the other bridesmaids to just book regardless of some people not having money and some not even having RSVP'd yet. It's ironic because one of the keen bridesmaids is the girl waiting to get paid next week's sister-in-law. So it's kind of ridiculous how she's not willing to cover her sister-in-law's costs, but I'm expected to. So Reddit, am I the asshole for wanting everybody to RSVP and send me their portion before booking accommodation? You are not.
Nope.
In this situation, it is I gotta have your dough. I don't know you like that. You're a stranger to me. So that is perfectly fine to want the money up front, or at least some guarantees in place to make sure you ain't got to worry about that. Yeah, because I ain't trying to chase down no strangers for no money.
Yeah, shit. I just had to collect. So, Bill Burr is coming to Cleveland in April.
Yeah, you talked about it last time. Last time you were on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I organized like a group of me and 6 other people to go to the show, and man, it's getting harder and harder to like plan things with multiple people involved, because like you can only buy 4 tickets max per person because of COVID.
Yeah.
So we had 7 people. I bought 3 of the tickets, and then I'm telling everybody, okay, we need 4 more. And then it was like 2 guys are like, well, I'll buy the tickets. And then they're like, well, I thought he was buying the tickets. And I thought tickets went on sale 2 weeks ago, and they finally just bought the 4 tickets this morning. It took 2 weeks for 2 grown-ass men to finally determine which one of them was buying the fucking tickets. And then obviously I had to turn around and collect the money for the 2 tickets I bought that weren't mine.
Yeah.
That wasn't so bad. But, like, I did have to send a guy a Venmo bill of, like, hey, you owe me $81.
Okay.
He paid it, like, instantly. Like, as soon as he got the notification, he sent the money. So that wasn't bad. But, like, I can see, like, if it was people I didn't know. Like, one guy that I used to hang out with, I have friends. Like, you've seen them. They would come over for Royal Rumble events in my basement. It was, like, the one married lady that I used to work at Goodwill with, her husband, they had the baby. They had bought wrestling tickets and got one for this dude that I used to hang out with. Like, well, not like me and everybody else, it wasn't just me. But he used the ticket and they never fucking paid him. And then he never saw him again. Although, like, a lot of us don't see him either anymore. But, like, it was just like, they would see me and they're like, hey, is he going to give us that money? And I'd be like, hey, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, he robbed them is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Not cool. Not cool. Yeah. Yeah, I can't focus straight. Like we're heading up to Chicago for an overnight here in December, and it's breezy. You know what I'm saying? And not going to Boston in February. Breezy. All these things have been taken care of already because it's what we do. We plot, we scheme, we lay it out there. We lay it out. We don't even decide anything before we say, okay, can we do this? Is the first question we present. And then everybody's like, okay, I can make it happen. Oh, okay, we make it happen, cool. Then let me go get in here and whatever. And I don't know if y'all got Airbnb accounts, but I got an Airbnb account, so that's why I end up being I run point on hotel shit. Box runs point on gas and transportation and shit.
I have an Airbnb account because you always like put me on it.
Yes.
I don't know if that's how that worked. I thought it was
Yeah.
just sent you a link.
Yeah, no, you gotta have an Airbnb account, like a profile for them to link it up.
Oh, well, there you go. So that's what's up. So, but that's basically how we have functioned. It works for us. We always take care of the dough. You know what I'm saying?
I literally booked the hotel. I assumed I was driving, and we would figure it out. Like we already had a couple things we wanted to hit up when we get there.
Yeah.
It's a quick 1-day trip, but it's all pretty much set.
Yeah. I fuck with it. I love going on trips with y'all. That's my shit. It's ever since the first one. It's like, this is great. We should do this. Cause it is. It's just fun. It's like it's not that I'm like whatever. I'm like, I want to be away from my family because I love my family. I fuck with it, but I like kicking it with y'all out in the streets and doing dumb shit like going to DC and eating at restaurants we've heard of far flung. The reason I want to go to Chicago, yes, of course, to meet my homeboy Chalfie in person, shoot the shit and do the damn thing. But also, I want a cake shake from Portillo's. I've been hearing about that shit for years, and I needs it. I need to see if it's what everything I hope it is, and if it's not, then I can say I've done that. And Portillo's cake shake was trash or amazing. And
Is the only flavor they have is chocolate?
fuck, no, let us see.
You guys can keep talking. I'll look. Oh, never mind. You already on it.
Oh, I'm already typing, baby.
I was shutting off the football game, so sorry.
Very good, very good. Also, I think they just have cake as an option as well, which is amazing. All right, desserts and shakes. Let's click over there. So they have the chocolate cake shake, vanilla shake, strawberry shake, chocolate cake slice, strawberry shortcake, chocolate eclair cake, and or a whole chocolate cake. You know I'm gonna bring a whole chocolate cake home. I have to. It looks real good.
Man, I'm pretty excited. I get the whole back seat to myself.
I put the. Oh no, I think I just sent y'all the whole chocolate. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I hope I didn't send you the whole chocolate cake, but I just put that. I put that in chat so y'all can see what's popping over there. But yeah, man, yeah, this person is not the asshole for wanting assurances for being paid, and Reddit seems to agree with that, though it has not. So I don't know if y'all ever been enamored asshole, but you can just read the comments, but sometimes it'll have an official badge at the top when I guess the community has made an actual decision on the matters. Like I said, the one I read had a everyone sucks here, even though I didn't agree with it. So this one has not said not the asshole, but as you scroll through the comments, you can see most people are saying not the asshole, not the asshole, not the asshole. So I'm trying to see if I can find you a comment that's worthy of a conversation. How about this one? Jeez, definitely not the asshole, but you have to book it. Being in your male equivalent position whilst unemployed, and it sucked. Every penny I had was sunk into a couple of reservations. I got the money back and it was fine, but it wasn't a fun couple of weeks. Make it public on the group chat who's paid what, with a politely worded statement that you can't afford to cover folk, and set a 2-week deadline for repayment. They don't pay, then everyone knows the details as to why they aren't there. It's less drama if it's all public. Not everyone can afford these kind of trips, but that's not your fault. It sucks, but that's how it goes. I really know they can't pay their fair share booking. The MOH just needs to let them know they will have to wait till payments end and accommodate whatever. So yeah, I guess that's one way of doing it. Just be like, I'm gonna shame your ass publicly. Shame. If you don't give me my fucking my money. But yes, Portillo's only has the chocolate cake shake or a chocolate shake,
but
vanilla shake or a strawberry shake.
That eclair cake looks really good though.
It does. It's bothersome that it looks that good.
It probably won't look that good in person, but
I don't know if yeah, that's probably just a creme pat in the middle, in between those layers, so, or a custard of some sort, which is essentially what a creme pat is. So, look at that chocolate cake shake, bro. Like they just threw a chocolate cake. They just threw a slice of cake.
It looks really, really thick.
They threw a slice of cake in a cup of milk and just said, "Sip on that." and I just kind of want to do it, man.
You gonna definitely need one of those thick ass aluminum stainless steel straws.
Hell no, I done drove through Gary and down before. It's too bumpy on them roads to fucking be having an aluminum straw near your mouth.
It's a scary ass place.
I want to just be sitting down somewhere when I do this. Yeah, Scary Gary is no joke. So it's just what it is. So, oh my gosh. Have I been playing anything? I'm not. You know what? I have not really been gaming hard. I have been futzing. Oh, you know what happened? The Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack did go live late Monday evening, and I did give them more money to be able to play N64 games and Genesis games, a selection of both, not all, and eventually the Animal Crossing DLC that comes out on November 5th will be available to my Animal Crossing playing family, and people on the internet have been complaining about the quality of the emulation of the N64 games, and I am not people on the internet, and I simply just don't care. To me, it's been real fun. I have a Japanese account on my Switch, so you can download the Japanese versions of these stores, these front storefronts. And what's cool about that is the Japanese version of Mario 64 got a re-release that added Rumble Pack support back in the day. If you had it, and the version of the Japanese Nintendo Switch Online N64 Online has that version of Mario 64 on it, so it has Rumble built into it. Now, go on.
Is that why, like, I saw Mario 64 on the Twitch front page for people playing shit today? And like 14,000 people watching people play Mario 64.
Yeah. Because it's there and available to be had. The issue that I can tell you is that Switch controls are not N64 controls, but Nintendo has offered and does offer a Nintendo 64 Switch controller. Just like the OG Nintendo 64 controller. It is, in fact, the mode for the OG Nintendo 64 controller. But unlike the Nintendo 64 controller, you don't need a Rumble Pack, which is something that you have to slot in the back of your Nintendo 64 controller. It has Rumble built into the controller, and I did pay for one of those. So when that shows up is when I will actually play more Nintendo 64 games in earnest. But I did play Sin and Punishment, which was a game that was only released in Japan on the 64 initially, but eventually did get a release here in America on the Wii Virtual Console back in the day. So basically, I've been Switch gaming, and that's just where I've been at. Box, I see you've been studying your Modern Warfare. What is it called? What the hell is the Battle Royale called? Warzone. That shit was not happening for me. But Call of Duty Vanguard drops, is it this week or next?
Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. So that is sooner than later. So are you copping that?
Probably not. Okay. I'll probably just wait and play free Warzone.
I don't know if it's going to suck you into the Call of Duty overall situation. I always end up getting it for.
I mean, like, I played like one Call of Duty campaign ever, and I really only hopped on this because it was free initially, and I grew to like it. But I don't think I care enough to play like a campaign or multiplayer or anything like that.
Yeah, I always cop the game for Xander because he loves the multiplayer, and I play the campaign. So I play through the campaign, and he plays through the multiplayer, and it has been like that for years. I don't think my son has mentioned Call of Duty at all this year because he is at this point just like, I'm going to go fix something on my car. So that's where he is now. So if I get it, it'll probably be on my own just for me on my own damn dime. So that is what that is. He of course does want Forza Horizon, the new Forza that comes out here in a couple of weeks. So that is also, but that's a car game. Of course he would want it. Yeah, like I said, I think that's all I've been playing. And Horizon Chase. Horizon Chase? Don't give me the line. Let me click this right quick. Yeah, Horizon Chase Turbo is a racing game that's available everywhere, but I have it on the Switch, and they came with some DLC for some F1 style racing in that game. It's a fun game. I did buy Cruising Blast for the Switch because everybody's talking about how good that game is, and that really is a fun old school arcadey style racing game in the Cruising series. So I would also tell you that if, and I got it for like a song from, I got it for $30 because it normally runs for it. I got it for $30 from Best Buy, but they gave me a $10 gift card for buying it. So I'm like, I came up on that deal. It was great. So we fucked that. I was supposed to look and see how Fortnite looks. So I have updated Fortnite on the old Switch, and we'll tell you how it looks at some point. I have not played it yet. But Ant, what you been doing in the realm of gaming?
Well, I've been playing Words with Friends. But I did the new Grand Theft Auto remastered pack. I did pre-order it
Nice.
for PlayStation 4.
So they announced that San Andreas is going to be on Game Pass on the Xbox. So it just comes as part of your Game Pass subscription. Vice City will be on PlayStation Now, which is their game streaming service. You gotta be pay extra for. I think it's like $10 or $15 a month for that particular service if you are on the PlayStation side of things. But also that you could just buy the trilogy for $60, I believe, right? It's $60 or $70.
It is $60. It was 50 something.
Yeah. And they also announced that on the Switch, it's only probably going to be one game on there, probably San Andreas, and everything else you have to download. So I kind of wanted, because I wanted to have a Grand Theft Auto cartridge, Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I don't like that I got to download most of the data for that game. But so I'll argue myself around that in circles around that for a little bit before I decide what I'm doing. I can just play San Andreas, which is the only one I'm interested in. But who cares? I've never played any of those three games. I played a little bit of Grand Theft Auto 4, and that's me watching you play it on the 360. Because I told you about the flying to the heart of the and you flew to the heart of the statue. You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And so then I played
No,
5.
I think that was on PlayStation. You had a PlayStation for a little while, and I brought it over.
No, I still have your copy, your 360 copy over on the shelf right here.
Oh, okay.
So I know it's a 360. Yeah. And so I played and beat 5 on both Xbox One Xbox 360 and Xbox One.
I'm looking forward to playing Vice City.
Okay.
The first one, the third one, which was the first one that wasn't
Top down.
Yeah, top down. But San Andreas is is the only Grand Theft Auto game I never beat.
Okay.
That I played. That shit was too hard. It was very hard.
Grand Theft Auto 5 was such a good experience. I wonder what it's going to be like to go back. The graphics look good. The update they did looks pretty sweet. So I'm very interested in that, but can't call it and won't even attempt to. So, but that's what's been going on in the realm of gamery, and that's how we kick it. I think that's everything. Yeah, quite. So let's just do some housekeeping. You know what the deal is. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show wherever possible. Apparently, you can give stars on Spotify. I don't know how. I've looked. I don't see. But maybe it's for specific podcasts. They seem to be hanging out deep with Anchor, and people who use Anchor to host their podcast seem to have some deeper Spotify options. So can't call it. Which is weird because they actually own a podcast or a hosting company that's not Anchor, but Anchor is who they getting in bed with lately. So, who knows? Spotify like them cheeks, I guess. There you go. Please subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. YouTube is Stays Crunchy, just that. And Twitch is Stays Crunchy and Milk. And give us a follow over on Twitter at Skimpod, SKIMPOD. If you want to support us financially, you're like, I fuck with these guys, I wouldn't mind helping them continue to make content. Then we have a Patreon. And over there, where members at the $5 and above tier get extra content each month and early access to new shows. We make an amazing, I'm going to call that shit amazing because I fucking make that shit. We make a British Bake Off recap show called Steaks, Crunch, and Milk presents Creme Patissier. It's super fun. It's Aunt, me, and the homie Nick Jew. And we recap Great British Bake Off each week. And it's a delight. If you get the, what I'm going to call the free version of that show, it'll always be a week behind. But if you get the version over on Patreon, you'll be right in line with the show. You know what I'm saying? It comes out 2 days after the episode comes out in America. Oddly enough, and it comes out the day new episodes come out in the UK. So you can really be on point if you get the Patreon version of the show, and that's what's up. We also have merch available at TeePublic, tpublic.com/users, tpublic.com/user/state, It is /user/States Crunchy and Milk, all one word. As I record this, there's a sale going on TeePublic, and like I said, it happens all the time. We sold a shirt to someone. Any of y'all buy a shirt?
Nope.
All right, then we sold a shirt that is not amongst this family, which is kind of cool. I like when that happens. So it's a shirt out there. Whoever you are and you bought it, I hope you enjoy it. They bought the Pride shirt. They brought the Pride logo shirt. So props to them.
Quick update. I'm real close to buying something on SwissColony.com.
What you go get?
So I've got brownie bonbons in the shopping cart, and then there was a promo code to get free 16 assorted chocolates. So I'm looking at it right now, and with shipping and everything, it would be $30.
That's not bad.
You get 24 brownie bonbons, and then the free 16 chocolates.
Fuck with it, people. Again, I didn't mean to advertise this Swiss Colony so hard. I'm just
like, we went so deep on it, and like I'm so intrigued that like I feel like I gotta try it.
I ordered the catalog.
Yeah. If the catalog is like it used to be, it's like a Jet magazine size.
I do like Jet. Beauty of the week.
Free to give us a call. 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311. Again, I have not made an outgoing message on that yet. I probably should do that. But for right now, you just get a standard Google greeting and feel free to leave a message. Got you. It's all to the good. Our missing man is the real ODP. Show him some love. By the time this episode comes out, he will be just a couple of days from hitting the road. I do believe. I think that's how the plan stands. So send him some love, send him some blessings, and always keep him in your thoughts and in your heart as he ventures out on the road to go take this nation by storm. And that's dope. That's Tatum 216.
Maybe.
That's I was about to say the real Lunchbox. Holy shit. Lunchbox 2099.
Yeah, except no substitutes.
I am the Swiss colonizer. The internet's Tayrell 713. You've just been podcast too, and I know you loved it.
Yes.
Peace.